Barakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Brakti Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Shah Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, it's called Fractional Reserve Banking at Soulja Boy.
Go in the bank, ask for 100K, they give me 30,000. Talking about that's all they got. I asked for 100,000. How y'all only got 30,000 in the bank? Where my money at? Make it make sense. I go in the bank, ask for 100K, they give me 30,000. Talking about that's all they got. I asked for 100,000. How y'all only got 30,000 in the bank? Where my money at? Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Okay. It's called fractional reserve banking. And where is your money? It's been lent out to whomever your banking institution saw fit. That's where your money is at. Source, Investopedia.com, Fractional Reserve Banking by Julia Kagan, updated March 9th, 2021. What is fractional reserve banking? Fractional reserve banking is a system in which only a fraction of bank deposits are bagged by actual cash on hand and available for withdrawal. So what are bank deposits? Bank deposits consist of money placed into banking institutions for safekeeping. These deposits are made to deposit accounts such as savings accounts, checking accounts, and money market accounts. The account holder has the right to withdraw deposited funds as set forth in the terms and conditions governing the account agreement. And best believe within these terms and conditions, you have that terminology, fractional reserve banking. Again, fractional reserve banking is a system in which only a fraction of bank deposits are backed by actual cash on hand and available for withdrawal. Understanding fractional reserve banking. Banks are required to keep on hand and available for withdrawal a certain amount of the cash that depositors give them. If someone deposits $100, the bank can't lend out the entire amount. Nor are banks required to keep the entire amount on hand. Many central banks have historically required banks under their purview to keep 10% of the deposit, referred to as reserves. Fractional reserve multiplier effect. Fractional reserve refers to the fraction of deposits held in reserves. For example, if a bank has $500 million in assets, it must hold $50 million or 10% in reserve. Let's read that again. For example, if a bank has $500 million in assets, it must hold $50 million or 10% in reserve. The other money has been lent out to whomever the bank saw fit. Case in point,
I go in the bank, ask for 100K, they give me 30,000. Talking about that's all they got. I asked for 100,000. How y'all only got 30,000 in the bank? Where my money at? Make it make sense. I go in
fractional reserve banking. James 5 and 1. Go to now, you rich men. And the rich men are referring to the nobility of Edom. They control this entire system. Okay? Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come on you. And we are approaching this time frame. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Meaning what? The way the elite of nobility has attained their riches was through deceit, murder, robbery. Okay? Everything that's against the righteous ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days, and we are in the end of Esau's kingdom. How do you know? Hence prophecies. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, cry. Okay? The hire of the laborers is referring to the Israelites, beginning with the elect, okay? Who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. An example of this fraud is fractional reserve banking. Cry, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. And Sabaoth means what? Armies. Okay? Which also prove that Yahweh and Yahweh Shah are men of war. Okay? The kingdom of heaven will be forged or formulated through the act of war. Okay? Again, an example of this fraud is fractional reserve banking. Proverbs 23 and verse 4. Labor not to be rich, cease from your own wisdom. Verse 5. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Case in point, fractional reserve banking. This man went to his bank to withdraw 100K and was only able to get 30K. Again, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, Esau in the form of America, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Wear out in the Hebrew goes into constant harassing from a spiritual and a physical standpoint. Case in point, fractional reserve banking. Who's to say that that man did not need that 100K? However, on that day, he was only able to get 30K. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time, which is a total of 350 years. Okay? Isaiah 51 and 14, the captive exile hasten that he may be loose and that he should not die in the pit. Okay, this system is the pit. And the oppressor utilized this system to oppress us. Okay? Nor that his bread shall fail. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.